Episode 3. Cecil and the Guardians, they're a little shaky on Mark because he's killed leader of the Sequids. We get this invasion from the Flaxons. These things are another bug species. They have to wear armbands. They got to have sonic devices so that they don't just die on the spot. We have this epic battle. This, ladies and gentlemen, is when G.I. Joe decides he wants to jump on a bomb. My good friend over here didn't. She thought that was a little overkill. She thought that was a little overkill. What did you, a little overkill, what did you think of this whole entire scene? The battle, how these Flaxians came back smarter. They got dimensional portals. On the other side of the portal, they was preparing for a full-on invasion. What did you think about that scene, that those group of people?
I loved it, and there were people that were complaining about it because they're like, why do they keep bringing back past foes and la la la? I feel like it went over a lot of people's heads. That was the clear sign of Mark stepping into Omni-Man
Thank
and
you.
his brother Oliver stepping into Invincible. Like that, because both of those big bads were big bads in the show that the one above actually defeated. So Omni-Man had to defeat the Flaxons, and Invincible had to defeat the Dragon Dude. Now you see those roles switch, and it was like, watching it, I was like, this is low-key genius, because it's showing how they're both trying to strive into the footsteps of people that they don't necessarily want to be in their footsteps. Mark does not want to be like his father. He's stepping into that role. Oliver looks up to Mark. He doesn't necessarily, like, there's still, it's kind of sibling tension too. There's still some tension there where Oliver, it needs to kind of find himself. He's trying to step into shoes before he even knows who he is. It was just, it was so good. It was so good. I liked it. I really liked it.
I loved it. For those that was complaining about rehashing these characters, you kind of hit it on the head. I'll just add this caveat to what you said. Mark said it in episode 1. If we don't kill some of these people, what's to prevent them from coming back? That's why you keep seeing this recurring theme, because these entities just keep coming back. He even said they come back smarter and stronger. This is exactly what they're doing. They're coming back smarter and stronger, which is giving him more ammunition to go into his dark side. It's making the little brother see that. The little brother was ready. He was about it last season.
He really was.
Mark had to reel him in. The through line here is the writers are forcing Mark's hand and forcing Mark to become more and more of that killer, because these same bad guys keep coming back. I'm glad this show doesn't run from that. I'm glad the show tackles it, because Superman is not going to do it. He did. Henry Cavill's Superman did it, but no other Superman did it. This show is like, F the status quo. We're going to do it. Speaking of the dragon, Titan is having ice cream with his kid. His kid, the baby mama, they all out having a nice Sunday. What always get on my nerve with
I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
Wife, baby mama,
his
wife, and mother of his kids. They're strolling, having ice cream. What always get on my nerve with evil people or people who have done dastardly things, why is your family more important than somebody else's family to be left alone? Because I hear these people say this all the time. Well, I just want to be alone. I just want to have my family, my fucking family. After you done pilloried other people's families, you done scarred up other families, you think it's okay for your family just scroll through the park on a Sunday and have ice cream? This Sunday, no. This Sunday, you had a ninja that came out there with a Wave Master kit. He would just wave his little fingers, and knives, Gensu knives, would fly off the suit and hit Titan. What did you think of that particular fight that got?
Dude was sweet as hell.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, our upgraded Shredder.
Exactly.
He's sweet. It's funny because it was like, even when he was fighting him, it was like as soon as he went after the mother and the daughter, I was like, oh hell no, I'm ripping. I was like, why are you punching through the mask? Take that shit off. Hurt, speed this up. I was like, just like, let's go. Because I like that trigger. It's really interesting because I think the thing with Titan, I don't think it's necessarily a you don't get to touch my family. I think he's very well aware of the fact that his family is in danger, which is why he has all this security around him, is because he's trying to keep his family safe. You don't think so?
No, I agree with that. You're dealing with superpowered people. If you're going to have security, you got to have superpowered security.
He did. He has the one dude that can teleport.
Where was he? Where was he when Master Shredder came through and was nuking all the other security guard? Where was he at? Where was Mr. Teleport at then?
He was twiddling his thumbs. He came in for the people that mattered.
He came in at the end. I get that. Like you said, we went on a roller coaster ride where it was like 2 or 3 times. We thought that mom and that kid was about to be done. 2 or 3 times done.
But they survived for now.
They survived.
Now. I still think there's gonna be a moment with that for now. I feel like that entire character, everything about him is he is moving in fear of losing his family. Everything that he's doing. He left the syndicate because, or what is it? It's not the syndicate. Is it the syndicate?
I mean, the God, what do they call themselves? You might as well call they are a crime syndicate. He left, now he's back.
I can't remember because it's like very Batman. For whatever reason, it ran out of my head. But like he left the syndicate to protect his family. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to go straight. I want my family to be able to be happy, healthy, and whole, all the things. They're like, bitch, once you one of us, you don't leave. I don't know what you were thinking. You don't leave. He's fighting. He's doing all of these other things still to protect his family. I'm trying to get this done so that he can protect his family. He ends up going back to protect his family because he realizes that's probably the best way because they're the ones coming after your family. So the best way to protect them is going to be to just rejoin. He is moving out of a lot of fear. To me, it's not right. I can understand where you've done some heinous shit in order to keep your family safe. I think that's human nature at the end of the day.
The name of Machine Head's group is the Order.
There we go. I told you, very Batman.
Is the Order. What is the Order going to do? They've got, a few of them got some powers. You got the dragon. What did you think of the fight with the dragon? What did you think of how Mark's little brother was getting that ass handed to him? To the point where the dragon was even like, I thought you said you wanted to fight. Come out here and fight. Was that the humbling moment that the brother needed?
No, because he was totally fine. The next thing we got home, he was just like, it's okay. And I'm like, you almost got dead, my boy.
Yeah, he was almost a goner. He was about to be dragon food.
You're like, calm down, slow your roll a little bit. It's interesting because in a lot of ways, that's kind of the irony in the name, in Invincible. That's a bit of the irony. It is, you're invincible because your father told you essentially that you would be invincible. Invincible gets his ass handed to him all the time. Oliver is getting his ass handed to him too. He probably had a bunch of fights. You got to figure, like, he's still a kid. He's a kid. Like, he is a child. You've been in a lot of fights that you have easily won, or you have won without any real damage. It's like, yeah, no, of course I can take this old man. What are we talking about? This is the old dude. What I think was shady was Titan not telling him. He kind of turns into a dragon though. That was shady. You have a minor
and almost killing your daddy. The dragon is so strong.
He is a minor. This is a child. For him to just be like, nah, invincible or nothing. He did push back on it a little bit, not enough.
Not enough, bruh. Like, you saw Omni-Man deal with this thing. You really think that Junior here, who is still playing video game, now my video game crew, y'all know I pick on y'all. Now y'all know I want a car playing Madden. I'm down with y'all. I'm saying this out of love. The kid is still playing video games. You thought he was going to beat the. I blame that on old boy. That was your job. When he came in there without Invincible, you should have said, no, ain't nobody getting paid. Nope. You don't come in here till you get Invincible, because he knew that dude wasn't going to do nothing. Nothing.
Like, how about this? Let me talk to your mom. Like you're talking, put the desk down. Let me call your mom. That for me was just you could have given a little bit more warning. I thought it was wild the way that Invincible beat the shit out of him at the end of it because it was Mark has a lot of anger. He should have a lot of anger. He should definitely have a lot of anger. He's scared. He is very terrified to lose the people that he cares about, as he should be. There was just something in the like, hey, Invincible, and then just beat the hell out of him. It was just like superhero, and then just beat the shit out of him. It's like, bruh, calm down.
The thing is, Titan was trying to do the same thing for him. Mark was doing the same thing Titan was. They both wanted to protect their families. That's what they wanted.
You have one that was being a purposeful threat. You had the other one that was just, I thought he could handle it because there are only two beings on this planet that have this level of power, it's you and your brother. I thought he could handle it. He insisted that he could handle it. I said no. He picked up my desk with his pinky finger. There's definitely a responsibility where you should have pushed back. You should have given more details. Yep. For the plot writing. It was that for me was like the first time that I actually saw Mark. I was like, this isn't necessary. You can handle this a different way. He's really not like he's not unreasonable. Like he's not unreasonable. He could have scared him without trying to splatter his brain on pavement. That was where I was like, reel it back in. It wasn't the fist through the head of Sequid dude. It was that moment.
Sad to say, but we've got a lot of dads with daddy issues, from Titan to Mark that we know as a father now, all the way back to Eve's daddy. I didn't even really give you a chance to expand on that. Did you like the way Eve's dad jumped down Mark's throat and basically told him, my daughter has never had any dates with death, even close to it, until you came along? What did you think about the way that dad handled it? To me, I think that dad has got that mom trapped because that mom was trying to tell Eve something and Mark something. Basically, it was something along the lines of, we got to take what you get, or something. Paraphrasing, y'all. To that degree, what did you think about that dinner and those green beans?
The mother essentially said, I was desperate, so I just settled on your father. Like, that was what she was really trying to get at. She just didn't want to say it to Eve because that is her dad. So I get that. What the father said was factual. It
was.
1 + 1 = 2. What's your explanation of this? I think if I were Eve, I would have been more so annoyed at the fact that you kicked me out of the house. You regularly treat me like shit. Now you're trying to be protective. Like, that would have irritated me. If I had that kind of relationship with my parents, I wouldn't have my new boyfriend that I'm oh so in love with come to have dinner with my parents without me having a very, like, probably would have been like, you can meet my mom. I probably would have had a conversation with my father straight up. I would love for you to meet him when you can not be a perpetual asshole.
Love it. That's exactly, you just read my thought. That's exactly how I felt about it. Dad was right in the things that happened. His approach and his tone wasn't the right way to go about it. I get that you're upset. I get that you're racist toward people with powers. You probably wouldn't deal with people with power. You'd probably be cussing them out, calling them names if it wasn't for your daughter. There was a better way to handle the way you handled with Mark. I didn't appreciate it. I completely agree with you on that. It should have been where, I always feel like when you have these couple situations, each entity in the couple, your family, you know who can get ruckus, you know who's going to be acting stupid. I think that you at least have to level with them before you bring your significant other around the first time. You got to level with them. Of course, she had Mark prepared. She let Mark know, and Mark still said, I'm coming. Well, it did sound like Eve did talk to them. She did talk to him, but you got to know your dad cannot control himself. You got to know. We're to the end of this. The big reveal comes. The reason why Eve is having these issues with her powers is because she's pregnant. Eve is pregnant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious to know what women thought about the way this was written, where they had Eve's powers basically diminished because she's pregnant. I want to know, would women have written it in the way where the powers are failing, or would they have written it in a way where the powers were getting better? Just curious to know how women felt about that. When I did this review with B. Avery, I already knew it. I knew she was pregnant. They kind of ate around the cookie a couple of times by continuously saying, "All right, here we go. Now we can get the woman's perspective."
I don't know what happened. My whole thing just like exploded. Hold on, let me be weird for a second.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'm on my phone. It's on my front camera. What were you saying?
How do you, as a woman, feel about the way they wrote Eve? She's pregnant now. The way they wrote it, instead of her, they could have written it where her powers got amplified or something like that. They wrote it where her powers are diminishing because she's pregnant. On a previous review I did in episode 1, one of my top 3 guesses was she's pregnant. As a woman, how do you feel about the writers wrote it where her powers are going crazy because she's pregnant?
I'm irritated with the fact that she got pregnant, period. I think that it is absolutely ridiculous that every single time men write women, they have to have women have this earth-shattering thing happen. It is typically either through their bodies being violated in some way, shape, or form, losing control of their bodies in some way, shape, or form, or having an unplanned pregnancy, which causes those things to happen. So it was really, really irritating to me because as soon as he woke up, I was like, this bitch pregnant. It irritated the hell out of me. It irritated my entire soul. Her losing her powers, her being weaker because of a pregnancy is accurate. It is accurate. The idea, I think I would have been angrier if it was just like, I got pregnant, now I'm so powerful. That would actually make me angry because it's completely unrealistic, despite the fact that this is fantasy. The fact that she is pregnant right now when she has no real clue what direction her life is going in, what she wants to do outside of I'm in love with Mark, pissed me the fuck off. She's going to be tied to him no matter what from now on. They're still kids. Mark is still supposed to be in college. He's supposed to be in college.
Exactly. Exactly.
It made me angry. It's just a lazy. It's just that's the thing in the show that's going to make me angry this season.
I knew it. I think one of the reasons that the writers went this way is because Omni-Man is now going to have greater legacy to live for. He's got 2 sons. Now he's about to have, I think they're going to make the baby a girl. I do. Now he's going to be a grandfather. I think that I always tell people in real life, no matter how mad you get at maybe your spouse or someone you love in your family, they could be a heroin addict and sold your house. There are 2 things that usually can get people back together: a significant death or the birth of life. Those are 2 things that usually can bring people back together.
No,
I think that this
literally, absolutely not. No.
Well, me and you are a little different. Me and you got we're a little different.
Like seriously, in real life, in actual real life, if somebody does something absolutely horrible to you and you feel some sort of obligation to come back because of a significant death or a birth in the family, you're not there because of that person. You're there out of obligation. That will always show up in some way, shape, or form. To your point of they're doing this so Omni-Man has an even greater legacy, it's problematic as fuck. In real life, like that is very problematic to write a plot device to build up another character's redemption arc at the expense of one of the only female characters that's on the show, literally losing her powers in order for it to be something that now Omni-Man has reason to come back. I hope she names that baby Aborshana. Straight up. Get her done. Get your powers back, girl. Get your powers back. You should have used protection. I don't know what to tell you. Their plan B is always an option. I don't even know why I had to get this far. Now that we're here,
she might just solve my nearsightedness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that was the raw answer you get from a woman. I wanted to hear it because I knew that that segment was written by a man. I would be stunned if a woman wrote that. That's one of those points that in writing school, they kind of talk about that type of thing. When someone needs a redemption arc in life, they say the two pillars of it are parent or the death of someone that you love, those babies. That's what they're doing here. Now, how do you think Omni-Man is going to respond to the fact? Oh, wait a minute, let me even put it this way. Is Eve going to tell Mark the way this show is, will she have the baby?
She'll definitely tell Mark. I hope she names it Shauna. I think that she'll definitely end up telling you. She may or may not. I hope that they don't have her do the whole angsty, I have a secret. I really hope they don't do that with her because I really like Adam Eve's character. I really liked Adam Eve's character. If they try to write her into, freaking emo, it was just such a hard decision. I don't know if I could tell Mark. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get your powers back. Go get your powers back and go fight some shit. Go be a superhero. That is what you wanted to do. You wanted to be a superhero. You wanted to be a business owner. You wanted to be the one that was essentially the logistics and running the show of I send you where you need to go so that we can make money. Go do that. I do not want X number of episodes of her whining about I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should do this or if I should do that. It's annoying. The plot device is tired. It's not that's one of those things where, to your point, they may tell you that in writing. They may say, this is how you write this. Not only is it inhumane, it shows a lack of humanity in some of the choices, like what people do, because at the end of the day, condoms exist. Plan B exists. Why are we here in the first damn place, babes? We're here.
Do condoms and Plan B work on superpowered people?
Condoms would definitely work. If a condom didn't work, then her insides are just getting destroyed, period.
She's superpowered too. She's superpowered too.
It doesn't matter. They work. Like we're just gonna leave it at they work. Like it's a barrier. It works. Okay. So you got that. You have Plan B. This is like no, because I guarantee you there was no talk of like this is what it was. This is what we were doing. There's no talk of that. I do not want them. I don't want them to make a Tarima out of her character. Like Starfleet Academy, Tarima irritates my entire soul. I don't want them to do that out of Adam Eve. I don't want everything about her life to revolve around her relationship with Mark. Now I have to have a kid. I don't. It's annoying. It's annoying and it's kind of lazy, to be honestly. It's like you're sacrificing a character that had their own miniseries in order again to build up male characters around her. No, absolutely not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to hear from you. That will conclude our 1 through 3 episode. We should be back next week with the next one. What is going on your TikToks that the people can look forward to seeing when they go down there and click on your link and come join you on your channels?
Geez, what is going on my TikTok? I have my Star Trek content that I've been doing. I am about to start Star Trek Voyager. I'm going to do an episode by episode rundown on Voyager. Just finished DS9. It's amazing. DS9 is the best track. I'm about to start my rewatch of Voyager. There will be content around that on my main page, which is Wannabe Nzinga. Wanna, WANNABE Nzinga, like the name. That one, I'm trying to do more shorts. My schedule, Lamont knows my schedule. I'm trying to do more shorts. I actually just posted a video. I'm trying to do like a couple more skits on there. Just doing a damn thing. Hopefully I will be live on YouTube soon. We're just figuring out some things. I could go live on YouTube. I will be doing my Star Trek The Next Generation rewatch, which I do from TikTok every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's discussion following the rewatch of the episode. Typically we're there for about 2 hours. Yeah, y'all want to come and join? Come, be chill, be cool. Because if you're not, the bitch has a really strong block button.
Y'all see what I associate with? Please go support this sister, because if y'all go support her, y'all make me look good. And I want to look good. So y'all buy all the stuff I sell. Y'all do all that. This is your boy asks you to support a sister. Go and enjoy her content because she's a little wackier than I am. Y'all stuck with me. Go and check her out because you will get a ball of laughs. Ziga, you stay put. Everybody else, we're out of here. Thank you for your time. Support her, support my sponsors.